All right, let's do a deep dive today. We're looking at source material on the WolfPack PoE HDMI over IP matrix switchers.
Mm-hmm.
And our mission for you listening is really to unpack how these systems handle, well, huge video distribution setups.
Yeah, we're talking pretty massive scale. The docs mention support for up to 54 TVs.
54. Wow.
And the core idea here is AV over IP, specifically pushing 1080p video over standard 1 gig Ethernet switches.
Standard 1 gig. Okay. Not 10 gig.
Right, and they combine that with PoE power over Ethernet. So simpler wiring, too. It's designed for that any input to any output kind of flexibility.
Got it. So let's unpack the tech specs a bit. How does it actually work? My notes mention signal extension up to about 450 feet.
Yeah, using standard 66 cable, that's pretty decent reach.
And the compression, H.264 or H.265?
Primarily H.265, it seems.
Yeah.
That's how they managed to squeeze all that video onto a 1 gig network efficiently.
Makes sense. And they also tick the boxes for SEC security compliance and HDC2.
Which is crucial, absolutely. HDCP especially can be a real headache in big installs.
Tell me about it. Okay, so that's the signal path. But managing 54 displays, how does that work in practice?
Right, this is where it gets interesting, I think. The control. It's centralized, using Wi-Fi apps on an iPad or Android device.
Apps, so tablet control.
Exactly. They call it the WolfPack tablet TV control system. And you get a wireless real-time video preview right there on the tablet.
Oh, that's useful. You can see what source you're sending before you send it.
Precisely. And it's not just switching. You can apparently turn all 54 TVs on or off together.
All at once. Handy.
Yeah, see the whole floor plan visually, manage audio, even change channels for specific sources like DirecTV, DISH, cable boxes, even Roku.
Channel control for specific devices. Okay, that's quite granular. Now, latency. The specs say 80 milliseconds for switching. Is that noticeable?
Well, compared to a zero latency traditional matrix, yes,
Right.
technically. But 80 meters for most applications like sports bars, casinos, corporate lobbies, generally fine.
Okay, so probably not for, like, life surgery feeds, but fine for most commercial stuff.
Exactly. You trade that tiny bit of latency for a whole lot of flexibility and control power via that single tablet interface.
Right. And that flexibility extends to video walls, too, doesn't it? The notes mention drag and drop video walls.
Yeah, pretty cool feature. Any size, any quantity of video walls, you can just sort of design them on the fly using the app.
Any size, any quantity.
Yeah.
That's versatile. Plus optional flips. 90, 180, 270 degrees.
Mm-hmm. For creative setups or fixing orientation issues, and you can change sources easily, move things around.
And the big one, I think, especially for ongoing costs, no monthly license fee.
That's a huge point. Seriously. Eliminates a major operational expense you see with some other systems.
Yeah.
You buy the hardware, you own the control software.
So how does the hardware side stack up? Scalable, rack mountable.
Yeah, all of that. Scalable, rack mountable, and apparently field upgradable too. You can start small or go big.
And you can even sort of build your own setup, starting around $150.
Per component, yeah. So you can tailor it, but they also offer pre-configured systems. Like, let's see, a 16 by 54 system is listed around $11,775.
Okay.
A 20 by 54 around $12,525. And a big 30 by 54 system comes in about $14,100.
Right, gives you a ballpark. And you mentioned HDTV Supply is where you'd get this.
That's what the source material indicates, yeah.
Okay, so summing this up, what's the big takeaway for someone managing a large venue?
I think it's that centralized command. You're not just pushing video signals around. You're controlling the entire display environment, layout, power, audio, even specific channels on a Roku, all from one place.
That level of detailed control over potentially dozens of screens is pretty powerful.
It really is. And it raises kind of an interesting final thought, doesn't it? Given everything we've discussed, the scale, the features. What's actually the most valuable part here? Is it the sheer physical scale, handling those 54 TVs? Or is it that single license-free tablet interface that masters all the complexity? That control layer, maybe even more than the number of screens, could be where the real power lies in these big deployments. Something to think about.